Yo, the waiting is over. Yeah. Look, they say boxing is a death sport. Ashes to ashes, like trash in the alley. Cashes is cashes, which means we could compete. As long as I got breath in my lungs and my 2 feet and a strong heartbeat, we could rumble, young man. Put the gloves in your hands. The talking is over. All that we were arguing over is over. We could sit in silence before the noise and the roars and arena doors open. Before we throw hands, we satisfy the demands. This is for the fans, my legacy, my little mans who looked up at me like, Dad, you're about to hurt them bad. Yo, this shit is serious. The big fish and the fisherman, the old man in the sea. But before you all see the violence and the bloodshed, we consider silence. But before you all see the violence and the bloodshed, we consider silence. Think you're a monster, don't you? Ugly by breathing vulture. AB's put it down my skyline. Notifications on my timeline. But this shit is the A side. You think you King Ghidorah? But this is King Nello, ninja, the king of the monsters. Take 3 of you to step to the giant, but I'm defiant. Face of boxing, I'm a legend, like the Mayans. Yeah. Let go. Nello. Let go. Nello. You think you King Ghidorah? 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 ShowBizz, we did it again. Hey, yo, boy. Yo. Be prepared for the straight right. 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 Left hand's too low, my ninja.
Guard up, now blow my ninja.
Nello's don't hold my ninja.
He's form, no fool, my ninja.
This is a fatal flaw.
Crash out for Omaha.
What's the best punch against a southpaw? What time? Be prepared for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right. It's true. Be prepared for the straight right. Left hand too low, my ninja.
Guard up, now below my ninja.
Nello's no hold, my ninja.
He's a form, no fool, my ninja.
This is a fatal flaw.
Crash out for Omaha.
What's the best punch against a southpaw? No.
Right hand from a dream up and he grabs on.
A warrior, is he not?
What's a sword to a Glock?
3 minutes each round.
Open threes, get your
He
shot.
can't move, he ain't young.
Think his legs will be shot.
He's been fighting too long.
38's get shot.
Prepare for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right. Let's go. Be prepared for the straight right. Let's go. Be prepared for the straight right. Up off that. Yeah. Yes. Up off. Right. Hey. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is, huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's hump day. We'll do it. We'll do it. What's up, my people?
This is ShowBizz, adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. Let me see, Chip. What up with you? Jake. You mother. What's going on with you? Whoops. All right, man, look. First I want to say this. Stop! Everybody, welcome to the hump day. If you haven't done it, please close out the chat, hit the like, and give it up. Shit. What about it?
Bring on lips with a laugh and do the cabbage patch. Kiss a pretty lady and then sign some autographs. The burn down man can shapoing boing.
Hit the Tyson bell. And I swear before long, I can give a shit. We can't do a damn thing without giving up to the lady.
You should let me in. You deserve. No, you deserve better.
Baby. And wait a minute. Hold on, everybody. We jump right into it.
Yeah, put it simply in here. I like surprises. I came here for prizes. Big booty and thighs is promising my guys is how I could get inside this. Stupid, I realize this, but there's so much I wanna know about you, but I don't really wanna know. That's what they say. You make it too hard for a nigga. I got you, but I got the time. Let's make it work.
Hit the Tyson bell. And hold on, where is he? Where is dun? He ain't here yet. A little too early for him. It doesn't matter. Y'all know what time it is. Guess where we at? We outside.
Think it happen when you're outside. You can lose a fight, see a chick, have a con with that vibe. You can ride a bike, see a nigga, and ask if he's alright.
Hit the Tyson bell. And before we get started on this hump day, we have to hear from your friend and mine, the greatest motivational speaker on the planet, Squat.
Squad up. Let's go.
I'm telling you, he's as sick as I am. That brother just needs some Sudafed. That's all he needs, some Sudafed. I got my medicine ball, Sudafed, Halls, get all that together. I went to sleep early, NyQuil, slobbering, all that shit. Took a shit. You need all that cleansed. Yesterday, I was in the sauna, everything cleansed. Hold on. What we going to talk about today? Terrence Bud Crawford denies his shoulder injury. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. Also, some highlights from the Gran arrivals. And I'm going to open up a few cards. I got the Topps Chrome cards. I got mine. I definitely got my hands on mine. Okay, so I'm going to open up a few, see what we pulled here. And you know, I got my new card case. I'm going to fill this up with boxing cards. I'm going to start my collection now. Also, when I went to go get that card case, I said, well, let's do a giveaway. I purchased an autographed Ken Norton boxing glove. I thought that was pretty cool. It had the certificate of authenticity in the glove. So this is Ken Norton, the late and great Ken Norton. We love you, boy. I'm like, yo, let me get that Ken Norton, man. I'll be giving that away this Saturday. And you know, during the fight, let's give away something during the Canelo Alvarez Terrence Bud Crawford fight. Okay, give it away that Ken Norton. All right, let me see. I got some super chats to start. Let me see. Cruise ready on my way to Bermuda. Hey, Boogie, love you, boy. Hey, watch that triangle though, brother. And I ain't talking about field job. I'm talking about the triangle, brother. Let me see. Grand arrivals look like one was confident and the other not so much. Is the lights and the crowd going to be too much? Need press conference to be lit. Yeah, well, I've been feeling a lot of pressure on Crawford. You know, Crawford has more pressure to try to make this fight big, right? Because Canelo name itself is going to do whatever, but people need to know who he's fighting. All right, and I see Crawford doing more work than Canelo, and Canelo did, you know, he put himself in a position where he doesn't have to work as much. The lights and everything, I did see that as a bit uncomfortable for Bud. But for me, Bud's a killer. So when a bell strikes, all that shit going to be behind him, especially once he gets hit. When Crawford gets hit, it's on. It's like what Mike Tyson said. We're always nervous, but the closer you get to the ring, and then when you get in there, you become an animal. I think, you know, all of this stuff is a lot for Crawford, I think, right? This is a big moment, and it's coming up very fast. This is a very fast, we're already on a hump day. This is a very fast fight week, bro. So, I mean, before you know it, it's Saturday, and before you know it, we're looking at the next fight because we're going to know the results of this one before you know it. Let me see. They saying Canelo subbed his big toe. He stubbed. Yeah. I heard playing soccer. Honestly, I can believe that. Like I said, yes, I can believe that. The reason why is because I saw Canelo walking with a limp in the Grand Rivals. Let me see. Bug gonna say, Canelo, you should let me. Yeah, you should let me. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Stubbed his toe playing soccer. I think I got another one. Look like I have an orange one. That's mad love. Want to show some love, following for 4 years now. Love you, boy. Thank you so much, my brother. Let me see what Juan has to say. Hey, Biz, should boxers get credit for passing a VADA test with Victor Conte on their team? Yes. Crawford looks shredded. Yeah, you don't take it away because of Victor. Like, we don't know what's happening. Since we don't know, then let's take it away. You don't do that. You know what I mean? We do that too much. We feel like we're insecure about it. So we fill our insecurities and what we don't know with just conspiracy and bullshit. And that's no fair. You wouldn't like that done to you. So it's no fair. Let me see. Middle finger to the faculty because we live in a zero gravity. Brother, that was bars. If y'all don't know, that's from Zero Gravity, and that's the truth. Hold on. Let me see. That was a very political song on the low. Let me see. Flex on them. Check it in, Biz. I put about 2,500 on Canelo, and I'm back. Whatever that means. Okay, everybody. Hit the Tyson bell. Hold on. Crawford's durability will be tested big time. Yeah. You know, we also got to talk about Terrence Crawford speaking with Max Kellerman. They made a statement about a good small man versus a good big man. We have to talk about that too. We need that Bud from Benavidez weigh in. Oh yeah, who swung off on Nello? I mean on Benavidez. Yeah, swing off on Nello. That's what we did. Yeah, yes. The boxing revolution. There's 1,300 you in here. Everybody hit the like. Rip old man great. Oh, OG passed away? I don't think so, brother. I just heard from him this morning. He's doing just fine. Okay, everybody. Let's get started. Hold on, we got one more. Let me see. Bud fans tripping. I back Canelo, and now I'm racist, but I bet on Bud versus Spence before, and I'm a Spence fan. Can't people just be subjective anymore? Well, it's YNs. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh shit. Why did you trigger me like that? I'm on my soapbox.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car.
It's the YNs talking that shit. All right? Let's keep it a bean, because they never went through anything. They ain't gone through anything. See, I'm in my mid-40s. They don't even know how to be pro-black. All right? I told you guys, I used to be racist. I ain't racist anymore, but I know how old Show would have thought about it, or young Show, or YN Show would have thought about it. They don't even know how to be pro-black anymore. Let me tell you something, YNs. Let me let you know how to be pro-black. It's not just saying, hey, Bud Crawford's going to win no matter what, bet on black. That's dumb shit. Let me give you a pro-black rhetoric, YN, since you don't know why not say, why Canelo always fighting small and old black people? If you want to be on that, if you want to pull out the race card, do it right. Y'all don't even know how to do it. Y'all ain't going through nothing. Do it right. The right way to do it is say Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather, Cotto. Just bring up brothers. Why they always gotta be small and old? Why gotta be Jermell Charlo? Why can't it be somebody your size? Biz only on his soapbox because the black man, I'm just saying, if y'all gonna pull out the card, do it right. Y'all ain't never know, y'all never gone through nothing, so y'all know I'm on my soapbox.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car.
Cotto a brother? Yeah. Oh yeah. We that happened a long time ago. Oh, you don't know. Let me hip you to something. The black man, we adopted Puerto Ricans a long time ago. They just Hispanic brothers. Say I'm lying, y'all. Say I'm lying. Hey, what do you think about Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr. conversation on the fight? I mean, about what you would expect. You know, they giving love to both and all that stuff. It's dope. It's dope. They have so much between them two. There's so much boxing knowledge, bro. All you should do is shut your ass up and listen when it comes to them. You know, all right. Laura, all that shit. Okay. you can't even play. Chick, like you can't even play cards, man. What's wrong with you? All right, y'all. All right, Scott. All right, y'all. I'm happy we were able to tote that line over here in the war room and everybody laugh and have a good time. All right, I'm happy. I do love that from the war room. Y'all dope. Y'all dope. Okay, let's jump right into the whole injury conversation. With the receipts. What the hell, brother? Me finding the receipts. Receipts, motherfucker! Berlanga old, y'all. Well, Berlanga's not small. You forgot to listen to all the way through up off. Okay, everybody. Here's what Terrence Crawford had to say about his shoulder.
There's rumors that you've got a shoulder injury. Do you have a shoulder injury, or is that just rubbish?
Where I got a shoulder injury, I think people coming up with their own, antics. Terrence Crawford got a shoulder injury. Terrence Crawford on the shade. Terrence Crawford slow. Terrence Crawford. Yeah, they coming up with all kinds of stuff.
I really love how Terrence always used words wrong. That's my guy, man. And it's only because of the lights and he's just not a camera type of guy. All right. Another thing is he need an amp for his voice because it's hard for me to understand what my brother be saying, bro.
There's rumors that you've got a shoulder injury. Do you have a shoulder injury, or is that just rubbish?
Where I got a shoulder injury, I think people coming up with their own, antics. Terrence Crawford got a shoulder injury. Terrence Crawford on the shade. Terrence Crawford slow. Terrence Crawford. They coming up with all kinds of stuff.
So how do I feel about that? Here's my take. Then there's no shoulder injury. I ain't going to say that I know more than Bud. From my understanding, there was a shoulder injury back like 9 months ago. But he said, I ain't got no shoulder injury now. And all the flaring up and all that shit, that ain't. Now, when Pound for Pound put that on X, which we need to start name dropping now because they deserve to be mentioned. Because people do that with me. Well, say stuff and like, yo, you got that from the biz. Why not just, you know what I mean? But when Pound for Pound put that on X, that's who started it. All right. My response was, I can believe that. Hell, y'all just told me about the stub toe thing with the soccer thing with Nello. I saw the limp and I'm like, I can believe that. Like, you know what I mean? Until I hear otherwise. Bud Crawford said, ain't nothing wrong with me. It ain't nothing wrong. Let's go. Let me see. Canelo's going to throw the jab and Bud's going right over top and upside Canelo's head. All right, for every second of 12 rounds, or he just need to do that once and he knocks him out. Okay. Let me see. Thanks for not being a pro crayon color box fanboy. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. That's 1993 is over. We in 2005. Brother, let me tell you something. Once y'all realize that we're all purposely being put up against each other, that we're actually on the same squad, it's going to take y'all a while. You got to grow up some. Once you grow up, you're like, yo, this is bigger than, yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Became a member. Bye. Man, F that toe. Yeah. I mean, listen. Well, since we're on the subject, let's just look at the Gran arrival highlights and tell me what you all think.
King, I do a die king. I take purple to the head like a Viking. Free drinks to a head like a Siamese. We getting drunk in this motherfucker high key. We about to pop off like when you pop the lock off. Brandon got the cannon that'll knock your block and socks off. Jewels that'll fool you, fools that'll do you. Got 2 bras in the pool that'll screw you.
few things to take away from that. Eddie Reynoso talking about he's gonna knock him out. They're gonna knock him out. Yeah, I like that talk. Another thing is, since I bet money on the knockout, I definitely like to talk. Another thing is, Canelo does look like he's walking with a limp. That shit looks like he's walking with a limp, bro. I don't know if it's the pinky toe, big toe. My man said Canelo toe. That brother got Canelo toe. Another thing is Canelo totally outshined Bud because he putting 1.5 million on his wrist, right? I mean, when you got that kind of money, look what he drove up in. You know, Crawford and them, they more round away with it. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I want to say is Crawford wears the bad guy thing well. Wearing all black, everybody booing him, and it makes them smile. The thing about Bud is he uses negative energy as fuel. He's the perfect bad guy. It makes him grin. It makes him more confident. It seems natural. It doesn't seem like Bud is smiling to poke the bear. It seems like he really enjoys that everybody doubt him, that people dislike. That is where he lives. He loves the underdog energy. You know, you kind of feeding him. You boo him and shit, you kind of feeding. I mean, even if you cheered him on, it'll probably feed him. I mean, the guy's a problem. You know, Bud's a dog. I mean, I'm just saying mentally, he's a dog. Let me see. Flex on him, Jose Hernandez said. When Canelo wins, he needs to get credit. Okay. He was called out and handled business. Okay. On the other hand, Canelo should have took the same challenge from Benavidez. Always rooted for Canelo till he didn't answer the call with David Benavidez. All of that was a very solid. That had no fat on it. Let me see. A member for 6 months. Crawford feeling a thing he ain't felt before. Brother, we need more plural. We need more plural on that. Let me see. No ice. No. Okay. So, and here's another thing. My man, Goat Beers, War Room. What up? Love you, boy. Another thing is this. I was saying yesterday, I don't think people really get my take on this and how my take may just be the most solid take. Yeah. Hold on. Member for 49 months. I can't. Don't ever listen to fanboys. Only listen to boxing fans. Listen, bro. Listen. To talk about Jose Hernandez's comment. I'm gonna tell you raw and uncut how I feel about this matchup and how I feel about either side winning. I think it is common sense and hardly a question to think that not only Canelo wins, he may just knock out Crawford. I think that's not even, I think it is so common sense to think that. I think the probability of Bud winning is so low that it's just a no-brainer to think Canelo wins. Which is why, if Bud wins, he's on Mount Rushmore. See, Bud buddies don't get that part. So then, if you think Canelo wins, what do you say? You know how soft they are. What do you say if Bud Crawford wins? That means he did something great. What you're doing is saying Bud is going to surely win, which diminishes the value or quality of the win. That's the difference between you and I. That's why on the other hand, if Canelo wins, I would see that the same way I saw his victory over Shane Mosley, Amir Khan, and all those things. That's how I would see it. Shane Mosley's great. One of the greatest ever. Amir Khan, great. Cotto's one of the greatest ever. Shane Mosley and Cotto are more proven as far as their ops and their resume than Crawford. That's how I would see it. At least Cotto didn't come from lightweight. You Bud buddies can have to keep the same energy. If Canelo wins, you got to call him an all-time. You got to put that victory as one of the greatest victories ever. That's the difference. Y'all going to switch up when I'm not. Because my take was never fanboy take. It was consistent all the way through. That's the difference. That's the difference. Let me see. That's my raw response. Remember for 21 months, boy. Edwin Torres, love you, boy. Real Cave, love you, boy. Let me see. Flex on him. Bud is the Batman who laughs in this. Yeah, he's the Batman who laughs. I love that shit. I see this fight similar to Ryan versus Haney fight, where Haney was supposed to be the more skilled fighter, but couldn't get Ryan respect. We have to talk about that. Not Ryan versus Haney, but the skill thing. Canelo's last opponent was just happy to share the ring with him and would even let him rest during rounds. Bud coming to win. Yeah, I understand. You could come to win all you want. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Canelo's coming to win too. They're both coming to win. Okay. Canelo toe. Okay. My man brought up he brought up the whole Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and the skills thing. Let's talk about this. When Max Kellerman is talking to Bud Crawford makes a great point, but I want to add to it.
Are you aware, I assume you are, but let me ask, of the old adage in boxing, the great big man beats the good big man beats the good little man?
But that's what they say, but it's not always the case. You know, when you look at all the great little mans that moved up in weight, they beat the great big man. You know, a lot of people, they running with that narrative. Who came up with that?
Well, they just noticed through the years, man, for 100 years, you're right, there have been examples.
I'm saying, who came up with that?
I don't know if there was a...
See, don't nobody know.
I can't name the person.
Don't nobody know who came up with that, and everybody just running with it because they don't know what they talking about. You know, when we look at the history of boxing, more little men moved up in weight to beat the bigger man than boxing. More little man. When you talk about Floyd Mayweather, when you talk about De La Hoya, when you talk about Pacquiao, when you talk about Sugar Ray Leonard, when you talk about Roberto Duran, when you talk about Canelo Alvarez, when you talk about Terrence Crawford, when you talk about Shakur Stevenson, I can name fighters for days that was smaller, that moved up in weight consistently and was successful.
That's a good point, but I don't think he's really considering the phrase. Hold on real quick. It's crazy to me that Kermel and Moses Atoma are the same age 1 year. Atoma fought Dillian White. Like, imagine Kermel fighting. Yeah, that's crazy. I get you, my brother. Stay with it. Bruh, I'm going to be the first one to give Bud the appropriate credit because I bet against him and everything. So look. Let me break this down. First of all, where did a good small man or a good big man beats a good small man? Where did that come from? We don't know precisely. But what we do know is that it was popularized by Jack Dempsey. Jack Dempsey was known for saying that. All right? Hit the Tyson bell. Now, what that means is, because he brought up small men who moved up and beat big men. But what a good big man beats a good small man means, it means, generally speaking, not every situation. Some people are just super special, which it could be Crawford. But you got to understand good big man versus good small man. So what the idea is, if their skill set is comparable, same level skill, but one is bigger, then you're going to put your money on the bigger man because their skills are comparable, right? So when he brings up Floyd Mayweather, the skill, brother, when he brings up Duran did move up and he beat Sugar Ray Leonard at one time, right? But Duran also got knocked out by Hearns. He lost to Hagler, right? He lost to Wilfred Benitez. So it was hard for him when he did move up. Pause. When you have other fighters, that good big man beats a good small man was meant more back in the day because they didn't have rehydration clause. They didn't have catch weights. When you think about Pacquiao, Cotto catch weight, De La Hoya catch weight, so-and-so rehydration clause. Was Margarito really at 154? No. You know what I'm saying? So what you're talking, even Floyd versus Canelo, catch weight. Crawford is doing it the way Ezra Charles and them was doing it back in the day, the way Sam Langford was doing it against Jack Johnson. There is no rehydration clause. There is no catch weight. He is literally the small man moving up to beat the big man, which is why it is such a crazy fight. And this fight, if Bud wins, he's on a Mount Rushmore because no one else did that shit. Not even Tank Davis did that with Ryan Garcia. Not based on the weight class he was fighting, just based on how big he is naturally. Get what I'm saying? He didn't even do it for Mario Barrios. And this Bud is going to go to 168 with no rehydration clause? No catch weight? He's doing it like Henry Armstrong. That's different. The whole good man beats a good small man was more genuine back then. Nowadays, there's catch weights and stipulations. Crawford thinks this is 1950. He thinks this is 1922. Which is why I'm like, this guy has no chance. Which is why if he does it, I can't name too many fighters better than bro. I am the one who understands the gravity of this. This fight should be the biggest fight in the world, period. It should be the biggest fight in the year, period, bro. I'm the one who gets the gravity. Everything been sensationalized so much that when you get some real shit like this, people just see it as another thing. That's what I was afraid of when it came to Netflix. Because you had Tyson and Jake Paul, Netflix. You have Tank Davis and Jake Paul being announced around this one. You have Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson being announced around this one, when this one is a totally different animal. And people are looking at it like it's just another fight. This is, let me see. There will always be exceptions, but in general, all things being equal, besides the bigger man wins. 100%. 100%. 410. 100%. Let me see. I'm putting money on a draw. Turki and Canelo judges. Flex on them. Those fighters he mentioned were fighting at smaller weights and slowly came up to their true weight. That's right. It's different from a fighter going up from his true weight class and fighting bigger guys. Correct. 100%. I'm a cat. No. That's absolutely right. Right. Except for, like Floyd, on the other hand. See, they did it. They did it right. Even Canelo. Okay. To your point. Floyd was never really welterweight, though. He definitely wasn't 154. Like he did some, but like you said, they did it gradually. Even Canelo, they moved up and they trained at their weight and they naturally grew into it. All right, Roy Jones did some crazy shit with Ruiz, but he got the help from the ref, right? So we got to see Saturday who's going to get the help from the ref. But they, Pacquiao campaigned at 147. Before he did that, he was doing catch weights. Cotto, De La Hoya, he made sure he moved up strategically. Bud is jumping up 147. He stuck his toe in 154 and said, "Oh shit, I can't fight Ortiz. I can't fight none of them. I have to fight Canelo now. If I get another fight at 154, people are gonna be like, no way." He has to leverage his name now. And y'all did the right thing. Y'all forgot about Madrimov, Erky Jerky. So the gamble worked. And it's like, this is a big deal. That's why for me, if Canelo knocks him out and everybody looks shocked, I'll be like, what the hell y'all talking about? Now, if Bud wins, bruh, Usyk, it's like if Amir Khan would have won. But that's not even that. At least Amir Khan and Canelo was 154. Amir Khan was at welterweight. Right? This is 168. And it ain't nothing like this. Usyk gave up 50 pounds to Fury and stopped him. Yeah, but you guys still don't understand the heavyweight division. So, if you can be too big at the heavyweight division, be slow, and it's at your detriment. It's different. That's why the heavyweight division doesn't have a limitation at the top. But well, y'all will never get it. Let me see. Bud feels insulted. I'm sure I think he understands. Don't undercard start today. Yeah, that's what I heard. Sadate, this is why it's the boxing revolution, real fights. Yeah, also 100% Sadate. Also, the media workout is in like 3 hours. So we gotta make sure we check that out. Got too much respect for you to believe you bet a dub K on Nello. Well, you don't have to believe it. All right. I have it right there. Right? I have it on Instagram everywhere, but y'all don't do that. Y'all don't believe in truth. Y'all believe in what y'all want to. So stay in your brain. I can give a shit. This is my money. Let me see. Is Crawford wrong to refuse a rematch if wins? Is he wrong? No, he wouldn't be wrong, but that'd be a bad idea because you can get to the bread again. Shit. And it'd be more bread because he'd probably be the A side. As unlikely as it may be, can you imagine Bud catching Canelo with a shot that makes his legs buckle? I'll be ready to jump out my skin. Yeah, that's crazy. That right there that's what I want most. If what I want is something that changes boxing forever, right? I mean, this is my sport. I need this to be no more sport. If Bud knocks out Nello or give him Bambi legs, that's what I want the most because it goes viral. All right. And we do well. Let me see. I'm a Bud buddy, and I feel like no matter what, he figured it out, and Canelo will get respect if he beat him because in order to win, he will have to break his will and KO him. And in order to do that, he going to have to be a beast. That's dope. But at the same time, Bud Crawford has never been a middleweight. Everything that we talk about with Crawford is from under 154. There will always be exceptions, but in general, yeah, absolutely. Let me see. Bud tired of hearing he's too small. I see it. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, everybody, you know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, the fight is here, bro. He's like, the fight is here. Y'all trying to convince me that I'm too small. Y'all not going to convince me I'm too small. I wouldn't even done it. Canelo uses so much energy in a single punch and unnecessary movements. If he don't get Bud out early, he will be fooled. That you don't watch boxing well. Canelo Alvarez is very economical with his punches and his movement. He doesn't move much at all. He walks forward like this, and he only moves when he has to. And he throws very selected economical shots. That's why I think he's more skillful. I mean, he's very economical in every bit of his movement. Everything is very educated. On 22nd February 1911, the Ogdensburg Journal, New York, printed the adage, a good big man will always be a good little man. Really? That was dope. That was good to know. February 22nd, 1911. The boy deal said, I'm a casual. He here to learn. I love it. Yeah, I think that was dope. Okay. I feel like this fight is like if Inoue went up to 135 to fight Tank. Me too. A good big man over good. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Same thing. Everybody who are mad at me for saying Canelo wins, I'm very consistent. There's no way in hell if Inoue jumped up to fight Tank, I would be like, Tank will knock him out. I would say Tank is going to knock him out, and I'll put money on it. Now, there's going to be people that's going to think that I'm racist towards Tank because that's exactly what you immediately do, right? And then there's going to be people that say, oh, you must be a Tank fanboy. And I'm going to be like, dude, I'm just using my math. I mean, I'm very consistent when it comes to this. Tank versus Jake Paul. Jake Paul probably sleeping. I'm very consistent when it comes to this. I say the same thing every time. I would put 20 grand on Tank to beat him for the exact same reasons I got the money on Canelo. But here's the difference. Canelo and Tank, they compare each other. They think they have comparable styles. The difference is Canelo's resume, Tank resume ain't a third of Canelo's. Tank resume ain't shit compared to Canelo's. That's one. Number two, Inoue isn't 3 years older than Tank. Is he? Like, Inoue isn't 38. So that's another. If Inoue was 38 and Tank had the resume of Canelo, I would bet 100,000 on Tank to beat Inoue. I would bet 100,000. This has nothing to do about my personal feelings toward. And Inoue is a top 3 pound for pound guy like Terrence is. This has nothing to do with my personal feelings about Inoue. This has nothing to do with my skin melanin. This has nothing to do with how I feel about Bud. This has nothing to do with my wife being Mexican. Y'all get so hurt over something very logical. And I'm consistent though every time. Okay. Let me move on. Let me move on. So let's talk about this whole KO talk from Team Nello.
He expects Bomac to throw the towel in for Crawford.
Robert Diaz said that he thinks Bomac might throw the towel in to stop the fight.
Oh, could be. In boxing, everything can happen, right?
Do you believe you knock him out?
Yeah, why not?
Entrenador, ¿para qué pelear o para qué contrincante te gustaría entrenarlo o prepararlo?
Contra Dimitri Bivol. Estoy seguro de que vamos a ganarle a Crawford y lo vamos a hacer por nocaut. Estoy seguro de que vamos a ganarle a Crawford y lo vamos a hacer por nocaut.
Canelo, last thing for me, I want to ask you, will there be a moment where Crawford realizes that he's in over his head moving up to 168?
It's going to be a moment.
Hey, they talking about knocking him out, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, you're not on code. Okay, this is. Hold on. I know y'all saying don't do it. I'm on my soapbox.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car.
Hey, y'all got to stop this shit. Y'all got to stop this shit, dog. All right, number one, little boy, never try to think how people expect you to think. Be your own man. Don't think like a hive of people, a legion, and don't let people bully you into not thinking like yourself. You're your mama's son or daughter or whatever. All right? Be you, an individual. And if there's anything that's on code as a black man, it's to be somebody who represents a black man who thinks independently, who owns his own business and moves by the beat of his own drum. That's a black man. Another thing about being on code, you like comments and talking. But when you look at the black families that this war room has helped financially, $30,000, $20,000. If you ain't following that up, shut your dumb ass up. And that's the Black Two Sugars. All right. Now, hold on. Let me hit you with this right here. I'm on my soapbox.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car.
All right. Biz, I think we are in for a rude awakening. I think Canelo is going to hurt him nasty. Agreed. Let me see. 1 or 2 fights don't put fighters on a Mount Rushmore. But bruh, okay, that's a fact. That's a fact. 1 or 2 fighters don't put a fight. 1 or 2 fights don't put a fighter on a Mount Rushmore. That's a fact. But with Terrence, it's different. I get you. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Understand what I mean by Mount Rushmore. I'm not saying this is very. I'm not saying he'll be one of the greatest fighters ever. For me, he's one of the best fighters ever. Meaning that I can put him up against any fighter at any time, and he can possibly beat him. Right. So if he does this with Canelo, a prime Terrence Crawford versus a prime Sugar Ray Robinson, I'm like, I don't know who wins because of the impact of this fight if he beats Canelo. All right. Number two, when it comes to Terrence Crawford, he's a special case because his greatness, if he beats Canelo, you'll look back, because I don't know if Crawford is really as good as they say he is. And I've made that clear. But if he beats Canelo, he very well is. And with that being the case, the greatness of his career was robbed from him because of all the ducking. Pacquiao, the PBC, no one gave him, or he had to really, he just could not get the opportunity. He had to fight around shit. So you're talking about a guy, he's kind of like, if he beats Canelo, he'll be like Bob Foster. Bob Foster was ducked so damn much that he's one of the greatest light heavyweights ever. But if you look at his resume, it's like his best fights was really at heavyweight, or a heavyweight who moved down to light heavyweight. And he'll take an L then. Let me see. I bet on a draw on MyBookie. I'm feeling good about it. Hold on, brother. I'm gonna tell you this. Also, on MyBookie, hold on, everybody. That's a plug.
MyBookie that I wanna try.
If you go to MyBookie, you will see a tab under Partners Bets. You'll see a tab, and in that tab, you'll see the ShowBizz curse. You can bet for the ShowBizz curse or against the ShowBizz curse. It'll show you my bets for this fight. Let me see. Thank you so much, my brother. Let me see. Okay, MyBookie that I want to try. Okay. So the KO thing. Let's go back to the KO thing. So Canelo Alvarez, Team Nello. My only Mount Rushmore issue is you have to defend the undisputed titles successfully, not just obtain them, but never defend it. Okay, he wouldn't be in my top 10 greatest fighters ever because of points like that. Impact, you know what I mean? Defending your titles, your resume, stuff like that. But I mean, best. He'll be in my best. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick once again.
Expects Bomac to throw the towel in for Crawford.
Robert Diaz said that he thinks Bomac might throw the towel in to stop the fight.
Oh, could be. In boxing, everything can happen, right?
Do you believe you knock him out?
Yeah, why not?
Entrenador, ¿para qué pelear o para qué contrincante te gustaría entrenarlo o prepararlo?
Contra Dimitri Bivol. Estoy seguro de que vamos a ganarle a Crawford y lo vamos a hacer por nocaut.
Canelo, last thing for me, I want to ask you, will there be a moment where Crawford realizes that he's in over his head moving up to 168?
It's going to be a moment.
Listen, the KO talk, Canelo loves the bag. We found that out. You see all the cars, you see his house. Have you looked at that Netflix shit? Dude, the what's called Countdown. You see his cars, his watches, his out. You saw what he pulled up in for the grand arrivals. That guy loves a bag. All right. When His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh put up that bonus for the knockout bonus. That. Now, Bud Crawford ain't going for the knockout. If it comes, it comes. He's trying to win the fight. The knockout shit, that's Nello, dog. That's Nello. That's Nello's trying to get to the bag. Let me see. Crawford has better footwork though. Although Nello is good at cutting off the ring, he has bad knees. What are your thoughts on this, please? I was going to wait to say this, but I think I know what Canelo's going to do. Canelo's going to box him. Canelo's going to. Y'all think Canelo's going to go after him? He's going to run around. He's going to box and move. Canelo's going to try to make him throw punches, and he's going to try to counter him. He's going to try to box him because he knows Crawford throws combinations. So he's going to try to jab him and make Crawford throw combinations. He's going to try to, like he did Danny Jacobs. He wasn't just pressuring Danny Jacobs. He was boxing him in the middle of the ring. Take a step, bam, bam. Make Crawford throw a combination. Try to, bam. and try to counter him like that. He's gonna try boxing, bro. Let me see. ShowBizz, I've been watching you for a while already. Been watching you. Already before watching you, I was a Canelo fanboy, but you taught me how to put boxing first before a fight. And that's what people don't understand. I swear to God, brother. I swear. Actually, I think people understand it, but some people get embarrassed by it. So then they try to make you feel bad about it. But really, they know they fanboy. Two great fighters will enter the ring. Two great fighters will exit the ring. Salute to both. That's a fantastic point. All right, let me move forward. Let me see what else we got. I'm not gonna lie, Biz, how that fight night is coming. I think my delusion is wearing off, and Canelo will for sure dominate. Hell, it may not even be as entertaining of a fight as Canelo versus Berlanga. The thing is, brother, a lot of that is starting to weigh. It's starting to calm down as the fight gets closer, right? You see less of the fanboy talk and just everybody baiting each other and attacking each other. Now it's getting too real. Now that it's getting so real, you people starting to get quiet. You can't help but to just, man, shit. I'm nervous. Where I'm going to put my money. Let me just watch. Everybody's waiting to say, I told you so after the fight. Now it's getting to that point. People are cowards. They're going to say, I told you so afterwards. But they're getting quiet now. So you can forget about the stuff they've said in the comments, forget about their names and all those things. Because it gets scary. Let me see. It's not that hard to understand, really. If he defeats Canelo, especially by KO, he'll be the modern times Black Murderers Row. That's a fact. All by himself. A great fighter that didn't get a chance to display his greatness until Turki came on. Yes. He is Black Murderers Row by himself. Oh, hold on, everybody. Y'all know who it is. Flex on him.
Cheese. His name is Cheese.
They say they don't fuck with me, but
Bling bling.
King Kong ain't got
on Jay. Flex on him. See. Left hand on him. Pow, King Kong ain't got on Chase. See what I'm saying? That brother said morning war room. You see what I'm saying? Cheese. You heard the conversation before about support and all that stuff. The Black families that been affected. I mean, it randomly, but Black families been affected. There's been those who are sick, those with family going to college, stuff like that. And it is what it is. Charles Edward Cheese, you're the man, brother. Hold on, let me see. If Canelo comes in, Turki is over. LOL. Side note, Crawford is too good to be getting booed like that. Casuals. Honestly, they boo everybody that's not Canelo. The Canelo support is the ain't nobody like that, man. When you the man like that, bro. He's just a good guy, bro. He's the good guy. He's small, and he just, what I'm saying, just short and just like nobody beats Canelo. And it's like, right? Crawford comes in wearing all black, and it's just like, boo. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's casual stuff. Bud fans make it seem like Canelo has zero skills and is going into the fight to be a punching bag. Yeah, they diminish Canelo, and that's not good for. But I always say fanboys are the worst fans for their favorite fighter. They're the worst. You see where Tank ended up fighting Jake Paul exhibition. They never pressured. They thought asking their favorite fighter to make them happy with great matchups was hating, because it helps both. It helps you to see them in a matchup where you're nervous, like what Bud's doing with Canelo. Every Bud fan should be nervous. If you're not, you don't know boxing at all. So that is the excitement of the battle. Being nervous, being uncomfortable, anticipating it, that makes it your money's worth. But when you talk like that, they try to dish your channel. They try to spread kind of all these rumors around to make less people come to your channel and stuff like that, when really you are the one. And then he ends up fighting Jake Paul exhibition. And now they don't like him. Bruh. Bruh, being a fanboy is really that's a parasite. Canelo couldn't catch a big Skull in the ring. Crawford has a better IQ than Skull and can move better. Crawford by decision. Well, that's not close to the same thing. That's not close to the same thing. One, if you can understand Madrimov being irky jerky, making that a bad style for Crawford, then why not Skull just trying to not engage at all, being a horrible style for Canelo? You got to pick. You got to be consistent. Irky jerky and running your ass off. And Crawford, that's not skill. What Skull did. I can run. I swear to God, I can run. Crawford is real boxing skill. He's going to be there. Crawford said at the Grand Arrivals, the only running I'm going to be doing is run upside his head. Crawford never ran. If Crawford finds himself going backwards, he's definitely going to lose the fight. That's not Crawford's angles. Forward and angles. Back and forward. Right? Skull, he don't even try to compare the Skull fight. That's not Crawford. Flex on him. As men, emotion is important, but should never supersede logic. Yep. Was hoping you would have been in Vegas. Let's go, bud. Hit Tyson Bear. Yeah, man. I thought it was better to do the week with the War Room. I don't remember the last time Nello fought a smaller man. This will be interesting either way. Every time he did, it was seen as an asterisk. I think this fight looks like Nello versus Jacobs. I think it looked like Nello versus Billy Joe Saunders. I want to see Big Charlo Shiraz and the winner to fight Nello or Crawford. Oh, that's dope. I heard Crawford has another fight after this. If it makes it to round 7, do you still feel good about your bet? Yeah, of course. It only takes one punch. I don't feel bad if it gets to round 8, 9. What if Floyd beat Canelo at 168? I mean, what if Godzilla was in my bathtub? Left hand on you. Love you, boy. I'm here before and after Super Bud by fatality. Hit the Tyson. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Let's look at some other stuff. All right. So here's what Canelo Alvarez had to say about his sessions with Boots.
Work with Boots. Did you work together one time? Was it over multiple days? And how was the work beneficial?
Yeah, more than one time. Yeah, and he helped me really good, and I'm very grateful with him. We have history because 14 years ago, his older brother, Pooh Ennis, helped me for when I fought Shane Mosley and Alfonso Gomez. So that's why we have history with the Ennis family, and I'm very grateful with him taking the time and go there and give me some work.
Do you think was there anything in particular that you guys worked on that you feel like was beneficial?
No, he worked his team. He's very similar to Crawford. He switched guards too. He's fast, and he's a pretty good fighter. So I work really good with him.
All the stuff we want to hear. Never mind that. You see that beard? He looks like the Thing. When Thing grew his beard out in Fantastic Four. You see that beard? Bud, pick out your braids. That cute braid shit you got going on, pick that out. Canelo's coming in with a Ben Grimm beard. Bruh, pick out your braids. Hey, that's the Black Two Sugar. Pick it out and throw water in it. Yep, pick it out, throw water in it. And no conditioner, no shampoo, just let it be brittle, dry, and bad. Throw your hair, jump in a pool. Pick out your braids, jump in a pool with chlorine and all that shit that dries our hair out to shit, and step out. Don't pick it, don't do shit. Don't comb it, no grease, nothing. Be itchy and uncomfortable and irritated. That guy is growing out a Ben Grimm beard on your ass. Brother, pick your shit. And that's the Black Two Sugar. Have your hair look brittle and barbed wiry and effed up. Let me see. Canelo's a fortress power defense, ring IQ, granite chin, proven at this weight. Buzz out of his depth here. KO by round 9. I got 10 KO Nello. The whole Bud thing is only because of Spence fight. It's the Black Two Sugar. Billy Joe was looking slick before that broken face. That's right. He was looking good. Let me see. And southpaw and shit. He was working. All right. Hold on. We're gonna do one more thing, and then I'm a open up a few of these cards. Let me see. Mbili versus Lester might be the real fight of the night. That's a fact. Lester kind of fights like Keyshawn, and if he wins, he can be Bomac's weapon to avenge Crawford. Now that's a take. Now that is a take. Yeah, that's a fact. Okay, one more thing, y'all. I want y'all to really listen to this. I put it on repeat anyway. I want y'all to really listen to this.
It is my country. It is my boss.
It is my country. It is my boss.
The thank for him, the Crown Prince.
The Crown Prince.
And we wish good luck for Canelo, and you enjoy the fights on Saturday.
The boss? The Crown Prince? See, sometimes you don't want to look too far up. It goes beyond Turki Al-Sheikh. The Crown Prince, it wasn't me. It was my boss. At that point, hey. Hey, even Canelo was like, bruh, that's just scary to hear. It's just, no, it wasn't me. It was my boss. It's like, brother, I thought, okay. Oh, it's bigger than hip hop. Love you, boy. That's like Donald Trump being like, it wasn't me, it was my boss. Hey, what, bro? 35 times platinum mix engineer. Let's get your album sound fire. Okay, brother. Oh, 35 times platinum. He's with Mr. Chipo Reynoso. It's a wrap. Show out. I think Canelo will frustrate Bud with his patience and counterpunching. Canelo will also be faster than they think. Hey, Canelo, I'm going to say this again right before the fight. Canelo's going to drop him. Crawford's going to fall. He's going to be on all fours, pause. It's going to take him a while to get up, but he's going to stick his tongue out. He's going to smile about it. But it's going to take him a while to get up. And things are going to operate well, and then he's going to get up. And when he gets up, they're going to look at him. They're going to give him a chance, and they're going to say, go. And Canelo's going to go to finish the job, and they're going to wave it. And when they do, Bud Crawford is going to complain to the ref like, what? Oh, man. It's going to be like that. Leaving Bud buddies able to say it was a fast stoppage. It was a bad stoppage. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. And the reason why it may be a little early is because of the weight difference, the power difference. You get scared. The ref's going to get a little scared. He's going to drop him. He's going to get up. And bro, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. 100%. That's what's going to happen. Turki said Canelo was going to win, and Bud looked afraid. Is when he liked in his eyes. Where Turki said Canelo was going to win, and Bud, when did that happen? Let me see. That Lester Canelo ML parlay pays out. Hey, yo, that shit crazy. That yeah, you may want to do that. You may want to do that. Let me see. Kirkland all over again, bro. I don't understand why is it impossible for Bud. Ain't nothing impossible. But Francisco Nunez, I'm going to ask this question once, and then actually we're going to do it right now. Hey, real quick though, before I answer the question, thanks, brother. Flex on them with the $20. Thank you so much, my brother. Before we do that, everybody start now saying me for this autographed Kid Norton boxing glove if you want it, so we could know who wants it. All right. Got a certificate of authenticity in the glove. I will be giving it away Saturday for the fight night. All right. Let me see. Love you, boy. To Ken Norton. It happened at the Gran. Really? What's your name, girl? Shit. My bet. I need to check that out. I need to really check that. Oh, me. Y'all do want it. Okay. Why is it impossible? Nothing's impossible. All right. It's just highly improbable. And I'm going to ask you, the show is pretty much over now. We're just going to open these boxing cards. All right. At least one or two of them. When have you ever seen somebody jump up 3 weight classes to fight the undisputed champion in that weight class without a rehydration clause or without a catch weight? Jump up 3 weight classes to do it. And he's 3 years older than him. Tell me. Just tell me. Have you ever seen a fighter jump up 3 weight classes to take on the undisputed champion at that weight class? And he's 38 years old. Just tell me. Just tell me if you ever. That's why it's highly important. Just tell me if you ever seen it. Give me a point of reference. Yo, what's up, Biz? I might be your youngest viewer. I'm 18. Been watching you since I was in the 10th. Wow, man, that's mad love, brother. Hit the Tyson bell. I'll tell you what. You got the soul of an old man. I tell you that. To be that patient and just listen, bro. Canelo English done got cold. Dog, Canelo, like it's adorable. Let me see. Check out Blue Blood recent video at 3-8. Turkey say he look afraid. Stop. Hey yo. Can I tell you? Well, y'all already know. His Excellency Turki El-Sheikh is with the war room. He be in a war. He be in a war room. Oh, he probably there now. He probably here right now, right? Y'all better watch what y'all say. Y'all better watch what y'all say. Turki El-Sheikh be real quiet, but you be in a war room. Let me see. These typos are killing me. I know, sister. Let me see. Yes, when he was standing with Turki before going on stage, he said he looks afraid. Yeah. You know. Listen, man. I'm hoops coach, left hand on him, but appreciate you. Okay, love you, boy. Listen. I'll probably do a video on that or show that. But now that y'all brought it to my attention. But listen. Crawford is smart, man. Crawford is smart. It's like Tank. Tank is smart. Crawford's smart. Crawford's like, yo, I built up my name, my brand. Time to cash it in at the right time. He ain't trying to fold. He's gonna take his shot. But Crawford, no. Crawford's gonna laugh. He's gonna laugh. In the press, he's gonna laugh about it. He's gonna be like, man, I did what I tried, man. Too cold. He's gonna be like, that's what makes him a great. He said, I went for greatness. Watch. He's like, man, this thing, what he tried to do is incredible. Let me see. Biz, do you have connections to where we could get a computer AI simulated fight? Yes, I do. I was just talking to somebody about that. Okay, here we go. Oh, look how it opens. Almost tore. Dude, I don't open things well. Like Ms. Biz always takes shit from me. But if it's an action figure for my son, okay, it opens this way. I think they always did, like Upper Deck and stuff like that. I think that I spoke on their op. I'm holding up tops like, yeah, I think Upper Deck was. You can't do that. Let me see. Missed the super chat. My super chat question. Oh shit. Let me see. Sounds like the biggest gamble you can take in a sport to me, and the best way to negate the I don't have a resume all in one shot. Yeah, well, what I don't like that Canelo's doing is Canelo's trying to act like beating Crawford is beating Floyd. I didn't think he was going to try to do that, but I heard that brother say stuff like Crawford's better than Floyd. I'm like, brother, don't try to get that Floyd fight back. As if, don't do that. We all know Floyd is different. Floyd is greater than Bud. Until we find out if Bud beats Crawford Saturday, then okay, that's something different. But until then, Hey, bro, Crawford ain't no Floyd. Love you, boy. You're the realest on this YouTube analyst. I agree. How Canelo would beat Crawford. I got 10K on it, and I would use my bookie. Oh Lord, that's a man. Much love.
My bookie that I wanna try.
My man said Floyd is way better than. Yeah, dog. Come on. All right, here we go. Let's get this first. If I accidentally cut this thing, pause, I'm gonna be pissed. You know you concentrate when you're breathing heavy. Let me see. Oh, it's just so crisp. I should have used my gloves. My hands dirty. What did I get? What did I get? Oh, all right. Let's start with this. An old Oscar De La Hoya Chrome card. I don't know how rare that is or if that's a thing. So, oh, they're all chrome. So that it called Topps Chrome. Never mind. Don't forget, it's find out season. Oh, that's a fact. We're gonna find out. Let me see. Hold on. They're all chrome, so that's nothing. Let me see. Charles Conwell. They did me wrong. Hey, Bam Rodriguez. That's dope. Oh. Got a little Bam Rodriguez on there. That's dope. Floyd versus Parnell. Who you got? I got Sweet Pea. Virgil Ortiz. Oh, the robbery fight. I'm just playing, y'all. I guess Boy Chuck. George Kambosos. I didn't pull anything. Oh, the Ring Generals card. Is that important? We'll find out. Floyd Mayweather. Not bad, but no autograph yet. I got no autograph card yet. That's what I'm looking for. And Constantine. Okay, that was a bad. Let me open up another one. That was a bad. Hey, if there's a bend or a scratch anywhere, they're worth nothing. Let me open up another one. I need to. Come on, y'all. Come on. I done bought a whole box. This is always so fun, though. I remember my mom would let me get like a pack of football cards, and then I get nothing. Like, God. Oshaki Foster. Joe Smith. Jairo Bataya. That's dope. Xander Zayas. Future Stars card. Diego Pacheco. Terry Harper. Alexis Rocha. Come on. Come on. There's nothing wrong with the names. I'm looking for something rare. Hold on. There's a guaranteed signature. Oh, okay. All right. There's a guaranteed autograph. This is my last one. Third time's a charm. If I get that autograph, I'll let you guys know. I just want to do this live. Let me see. Let me see. Did you check out my doc yet, bro? When the bells ring, Amazon Prime. Oh, I haven't yet. Also, we went 3-2. We went 3-2 this weekend in an amateur show. Oh, that's pretty dope. Love you, boy. All right, this is the last one. Give me an autograph. Emmanuel Flores. Dude, come on. I don't know who that is. Eric Priest. Dimitri Bivol. Ooh, hey. Bivol punching Canelo in the face. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let me see. Tommy Hearns. That's fresh. I think that's the only Tommy Hearns card I've ever pulled. Damn, dog. Damn. I mean, we act like the brother ain't still here, man. Errol Spence, dog. Errol Spence. Josh Warren. Okay, one last one. One last one. Here we go. All right. When can we buy boxing cards? Now. It's on Tops right now. Come on. Give me a Nico Ali wash. No. Go ahead, boy. This is dope, though. I can't even lie to you. George Kambosos again. Oh, okay. Wait a second. This Tommy Hearns is different than the other one I pulled. So I got to see why that one was special. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Yep. Okay, wait a second. If you look at the two, this one is different. Okay, so that we got to see what that means, because this one is plain. We got to see what that means. All right. Damn, dog. Always damn, dog. Roy, dog. Roy. He got a little gold trim on it. Oh, it's 7 out of 50. Oh, snap! It's number 7 out of 50. I pulled a rare one. There you go. You see it? 7 out of 50. There's only 50 of these. Good. Okay, I got a rare one. All right, that's good enough. Jose Alberto Lopez. All right, so that's okay. That was a good pull right there. 7 out of 50, Roy Jones Jr. And that's my favorite fighter of all time. Okay, that works. I'm pretty happy about that one. Yeah, he's my favorite fighter. I'm pretty happy about that one. Okay, I'm going to open up a few more. Shit, one more, because I'm feeling good. One more. Squat up. Yeah. One more. Okay, good. I didn't cut none in the car. One more. Shit. This is a special one too. What makes this special? It got a little badge in the corner. God damn it. Wait. It's the number 1? It's the first one printed. I got the first Jake Paul. That you see the fist in the corner? That's because it's the number 1 printed. I got a number 1 Jake Paul, man. After getting I got the greatest Jake Paul card ever. I don't even want. All right. I know my son will love it. And I'm talking about Knox. He'll love it. All right, let me see. Okay. All right. I got an autograph, but an autograph Terry Harper. All right. I'll take it. I'll take the autograph Terry Harper. All right. Screw it. So I got an autograph. This is a crazy your reaction. Jake Poop. Hey, I got Jake Paul number 1 and autograph Terry in the same one. They bogus for that. Colin Smith. Kelvin Davis. Oh, snap. Oh, this is the regular Roy Jones. That's the regular Roy Jones. To let you know that there's a regular one. And then there's the, out of 50. Hey. Brian Norman Jr. Dude, this is dope. This is dope. This is dope. All right, I'm gonna start. Yeah, this is dope. This is dope. You know, you gotta arrange your shit, your cars, and everything. This is pretty dope. That sign. No, no, it's not. But the Terry Harper one to sign. All right, man. All right, thank you guys for showing up and showing out, and so many of you guys stayed around to see me, you know, pull a few cards. If I get another one that's crazy, I'll let you guys know. It was a lot of fun. So I think in like 3 hours we're going to have the media workout. ShowBizz for Adult. I will be on DAZN to watch it, and I'll be in the chat. All right, I'm out. Huh. Oh my goodness. Love you, boy. My man said, love you, boy. Let me see. It's the Haney Norman fight lock. It is. That was tight. All right, then, brothers.